Welcome to the Baldwin City Ballpark for this Mid-Plains League matchup between the visiting Junction City Brigade and the home Baldwin City Blues. We are a little late to start, but we do have internet today. We apologize for the last couple games where we have not had one. We're going to start with the starting lineup for the Junction City Brigade. Batting first, the second baseman, Kyrell Taylor. Second, the center fielder, Ian Luce. Third, the third baseman, David Simmons. Batting fourth, the first baseman, Giovanni Toledo. Batting fifth, the designated hitter, Andy Pacheco. Sixth, the catcher, Zach Becker, as Kyrell Taylor ropes one into center field. Isaiah Garcia is under it and makes a catch for the first out of the game. So, continuing along, batting at seventh, the left fielder, Sammy Padilla. Eighth, the right fielder, Kayla Ortner. And ninth, the shortstop, Jackson Summers. And
center fielder number 10, Ian Luce.
We do not have a first name in front of us, but pitching for Junction City is Wagner. As the first pitch, Ian Luce sees is lone outside for ball one. At least going through the defensive orientation for Baldwin City, and we will get to their batting order at the bottom of this inning, and we'll do the same for Junction City as Ian Luce sends one to Logan Groh at short. He throws it to first in time. 2 away. So, pitching is Austin Rocha, catching Elijah Kincaid. First through third is Quinn Grobel, Maverick Rockers, and Cade Adams. Shortstop for Baldwin City is Logan Groh, and the outfield left to right is Brennan Johnson, Isaiah Garcia, and Colton Howerton. Up now for Junction City is David Simmons, and I believe this is the first time I've gotten to see him this year as he ropes one into left field, and he's aboard with a 2-out single.
Beautiful day outside, Joe.
Is it?
Yeah.
I actually thought it was a little hot. You wanna?
Well, while we're at it, Joe, I might as well.
Yeah, entertain us with a weather report.
Might as well.
And I don't mean the band.
All
That's
right.
a joke. Only me and about
12 people.
12 other nerds. Nah, they're a popular band. As Toledo takes one nearly on the thigh, but
So
manages to get out of the way of it. It's 1-0.
Currently it is 83 degrees, but I will tell you this is probably the first time this will happen during the summer. It does feel like 82.
That's
so
crazy.
It's below what the actual temperature is. Sunset's going to be around 8:42 tonight, so obviously we will get a glimpse of that after, probably in the second game here.
As the 2-0 is in there for called strike one. The count now 2-1. And this is the first of 2 games. It's a doubleheader today. I believe they are both 7 innings. We will verify that. Typically, okay, it has been verified.
Quick verification there.
Low. Yeah, I deliver. When I deliver, I deliver.
The UV index is 3, so don't go out and try and tan.
Well, look at my neck.
It's
very red. Yeah.
Is that from today, or is
yes,
that from?
that is. As the 3-1 is swung on and the count goes full.
Well, I'm sure the UV index might have been a little higher earlier today.
Yeah, I tried to walk 18 holes and it did not go well.
Well, but the wind is blowing northwest, so it's 40-mile-an-hour
like Kim and
winds.
Kanye's daughter. Okay, the play by Toledo was hit to Cade Adams at third and throw to first in time. So that'll do it here in the top of the first inning. It runs off 1 hit, no errors, 1 left on. We go to the bottom of the first after the break.
Leading off the bottom of the first for the Blues, the designated hitter number 16, Tyler.
Tyler Tamez leads off the bottom of the first inning for Baldwin City. So now announcing Baldwin City's lineup in batting order. First, the designated hitter Tyler Tamez. Second, the left fielder Brennan Johnson. Third, the third baseman Cade Adams. Fourth, the first baseman Quinn Grobel. As first pitch Tamez sees is ball. Fifth, the shortstop Logan Groh. Sixth, the second baseman Maverick Rockers. Seventh, the right fielder Colton Howerton. Eighth, the catcher Elijah Kincaid. And ninth, the center fielder Isaiah Garcia. The 1-0 turns into 2-0 as the low and in pitch, a ball. So we did get a name on the pitcher. It is Jackson Wagner for Junction City. The 2-0 was once again low and in, but called a strike this time. So the count now 2-1. So fielding positions for Junction City after the pitch, which is hit into center field. Ian Luce, no problem with that one. Makes the catch and records the first out of the inning. So in fielding order for Junction City. So pitching is Wagner, catching Zach Becker, first through third, Giovanni Toledo, Kyrell Taylor, and David Simmons. Playing shortstop for Junction City is Jackson Summers, and the outfield left to right, Sammy Padilla. As first pitch Brennan Johnson sees is into right field, but caught by Cale Ortner. So quickly 2 away. So the outfielders for Junction City, Sammy Padilla in left field, Ian Luce in center, and Cale Ortner in right. This brings up
Johnson with a good barrel on that ball. It just came up a little short, and great route by Ortner to get there. Obviously, he had to make quite a bit of a run, but
yes, he did, as Cade Adams swings, misses at the first pitch he sees.
Definitely can cover some green out there in outfield.
Adams, a stat leader in multiple categories in the Mid-Plains League right now. Top 5 in average slugging percentage and OPS, as well as doubles. But he quickly sees 0-2 as the count to him, which he sends to short. The throw to first in time. And that'll do it here in the bottom of the first inning. No runs off, no hits, no errors, none left on. 1-2-3 inning sends us to the second inning after the break. Andy Pacheco leads off the top of the second inning for Junction City. We are tied in this game after a scoreless first. Just one one player successfully reaching base between both teams. That was David Simmons off a 2-out single. First pitch, Andy Pacheco sees, fouled off for strike one. Pacheco, a native of Tucson, plays his college ball at Emporia State, making him a what, Brett?
Sorry, I wasn't listening.
Man, not even listening to your own broadcast. Partner.
I was looking
That's
at
shameful.
I was looking at the handful of guys that the Junction City Brigade have from Tucson.
As this one roped into left field, and Andy Pacheco on with a single. Cade Adams tried to make a play on it. Actually,
it was
caught the
edge of it,
the edge of his glove, but
would have been a huge play.
It would have.
We've seen a couple of plays from Adams like that in games before, where he's either been really close or he's even got the grab. So wouldn't be surprised if he came up with that one, and with the height that he has at third base, I mean, a lot of those can be caught.
Yeah, a lot of defensive I've seen when these two teams have played. Is the first pitch Zach Becker sees is outside for ball one. I've seen a lot of good defensive play from both teams whenever they play.
And I think both teams do have a good lineup of both defensive and offensive players. As
Zach Becker sends one into right field. Pacheco heading to third. Becker goes to second on the throw. And the throw to third not in time to catch Pacheco. They try to go back to second base. They try to go back to second base. The
left fielder, number 16,
and not able to get Becker at second. But I will say that Becker had a good idea. Obviously, you want to get it on the right side of the field, so you can hope to advance. And luckily, it was able to find some green in the outfield and advance both runners to second and third.
Yep, and now, runners at second and third with nobody out. First pitch, that Sammy Padilla. First pitch that Sammy Padilla sees is low for ball one. Padilla, another Tucson native, and player for Brad Hill's Emporia State squad, as he fouls. Next pitch he sees off, counts 1-1. Okay, Brett, you're not off the hook this time. What's Emporia State's mascot?
Okay. I know they have... Okay. I know it's some type of bug.
Okay.
Am I correct?
Yeah.
It has a stinger. Right? But I'm thinking one of two things.
The 1-1 low, but blocked by Kincaid. 2-1.
Oh my gosh, I forgot the other one.
Then go with the one you remember.
No, because I was second guessing the one I remember.
Okay, well...
I know their colors are yellow and black. That's for sure.
I'd say black and gold. Like a Vegas gold.
Okay.
The 2-1 fouled off at a play.
Are they the Hornets?
They're actually, Brett, they're actually the Bull Weevils.
And how were you expecting me to get that?
They're not. They are the Hornets.
Okay.
The Bull Weevils is the University of Arkansas Monticello.
I'm glad I didn't have to guess that one.
But the count is 2-2 to Padilla.
I would like to just brush against this Tucson. There are a good handful, I'd say.
Three. There's three.
There's actually... Nope, never mind. I read the name twice.
Yep, it is Padilla, Pacheco, and Toledo, as the 2-2 is inside. Now the count now full. The payoff pitch, hit up, and out of play foul. So we will do it again.
Be interesting to see how Rocha is able to handle runners in scoring position and with no outs here, at the top of the second, and see if he can hopefully get a pop fly out of it, or
Pop fly or strikeout would obviously be best if you are a Rocha.
right.
A walk loads the bases, but at least the flip side of that is you have runners at every base. Rocha steps off, throws back to second, cannot find Becker. The payoff pitch hit to Logan Groh at short, took an awkward hop. The throw to first is not in time, and Pacheco will score.
Becker will stay at second.
Yep, no play from Becker at second. However, Junction City takes the lead. 1-0 in favor of the Brigade.
Joe,
No outs in the
this
top of the
comes from
second.
my favorite situation that I've been hoping for.
A triple play.
Triple play. Been hoping for a while now, and I think it could come true.
It could.
I'd love to see it, and
We'll have to see it happen as Cale Ortner sends the first pitch he sees into center field over the head of Isaiah Garcia. Zach Becker running to third. Padilla really not that far behind him. Both of them score, and Ortner stays at second. Junction City plates two more. 3-0 in favor of the visitors.
I think one thing to mention, Joe, obviously, as both teams are very offensively capable of scoring big innings, is I think just keeping those big innings to a slim for obviously the defensive team. In this case, it would be the Blues trying to keep the runs to a minimal here, but both teams are definitely capable of having those big innings that can really play a crucial part into the game.
Yeah, both of these two teams have met 5 times this season. As first pitch, Jackson Summers sees is hit to second base to throw over to first in time for out number 1. However, Cale Ortner moves over to third, so another runner just one base away, but 1 out now. But these two teams have played 5 times, and each game has ended in the 10-run rule. Baldwin City taking the first game by a score of 15-5, and Junction City winning the next 4, all by varying 10-run totals.
Hopefully,
first pitch that Kyle Taylor sees.
Hopefully we can get a pretty good game here. Obviously, for the viewers and just for anyone out there, obviously everyone likes to see a good game. So we'll see if.
Yep, as Kyle Taylor swings at a pitch that ends up in the dirt, but the count now 0-2. And these two teams, obviously playing against each other twice today, will join forces tomorrow for the All-Star game.
It's an interesting little matchup that we have for sure.
The All-Star game will be at 7 p.m. in Junction City. I'll be on the call for that as the 0-2 is outside, and Cale Ortner into home standing up. Junction City with their 4th run of the game, now a 4-0 game. Yep, that made sense. I thought it didn't. It made sense. But the bases are clear, and the count 1-2. But yes, these two teams will join up. Well, the representatives from these two teams, as well as the Midwest A's and Topeka Warhawks for the All-Star game. Kyle Taylor takes the 1-2 pitch to Maverick Rockers at second base, fumbles with it for his second, but makes the play at first. 2 outs. And in steps Ian Luce.
The center fielder, number 10, Ian Luce.
But the All-Star game will be broadcasted right here on the Sunflower Sports Network for all of you out-of-towners that can't make it. The first pitch that Ian Luce sees, low for ball 1.
One thing I'm starting to see, Joe, obviously, as this game is, or this half inning has kind of lengthened out a little bit more, is both teams are pretty hungry to hit. Obviously, there's not going to be many strikeouts in here, and I'd see more balls in play than obviously balls that are not. But it'd be interesting to see, obviously, if that continues with the score escalating higher and higher, or if both teams defensively make the plays.
Yep, the count is 2-1 to Luce, who flew out in his first at bat. He now sees a count of 3-1. Low for ball 4. Junction City with another base runner on with 2 outs. And in steps David Simmons. Simmons was the first hit of the game
Number 18, David Simmons.
when he roped a 2-out single into left field. However, was stranded on first base. Simmons, a native of Atlanta, but plays his college ball here in Kansas as Luce gets the jump, and Simmons with another ball into left field. Luce going to throw, but the throw by Brennan Johnson is offline. And with that, on the throw, Simmons takes second base. However, Luce held up at third. But that just means that Junction City has runners on second and third.
The first baseman, number 31, Giovanni Toledo.
And Giovanni Toledo stepping in now with runners at second and third, 2 outs. He is the 9th batter for Junction City this inning, so should he reach base, the Brigade will have batted around. He sees the first pitch in there for strike 1. There is, yes, kind of a debate in baseball as what constitutes batting around. Is it all 9 guys bat, or do you have to get back around to the top of the order for the 10th guy? As the 0-1 fouled off down the third base side, 0-2. I say it's 10.
I think it is 10 because obviously, if you're going through the lineup or batting around the lineup, obviously that's going to result in 2 different things. While, say you're drawing a circle.
Yeah, it's true. The 0-2 gets into center field. Luce scores. Simmons is on his bike. The throw over. The throw home. Both offline and not in time. A 2-out single for Giovanni Toledo scores 2 more. The score now 6-0. And this, no question about it, Junction City has officially batted around. Yes,
I would agree. And they have also taken a pretty substantial lead early in this game, which is obviously what we've said before, not uncommon for either team.
Yeah, it's been kind of the same thing as Pacheco hits one into left center field. Toledo held up at second, so runners on first and second. Still with 2 outs. But yeah, that's kind of been the theme of whenever these two teams have played is kind of one team will... Actually, it didn't really happen in the first game when Baldwin City beat Junction City, but when Junction City, they really like to get out to an early lead and kind of not so much coast, but obviously
maintain.
You have a lot of breathing room when you take a 6-0 lead in the second inning, and obviously they're looking to add on more because they had bases cleared, 2 outs. They've scored 2 more. They have 2 runners on, and Zach Becker's looking to add it. He hits it to Maverick Rockers at second base. The throw over first in time, so that'll do it here in the top of the second inning. Junction City putting up quite a number on the scoreboard. They bat 11. 6 runs off 7 hits, no errors, 2 left on. Junction City leads 6-0, and with that, we will go to the bottom of the second after the break.
I saw that a couple one in the.
Quinn Grobel leads off the bottom of the second inning. Junction City with an early 6-0 lead as Quinn Grobel swings and misses on the first pitch. Grobel sees an 0-1 count. The 0-1 outside. Jackson Wagner pretty efficient so far. 3 batters, 3 outs in the bottom of the first, and then he had some run support from this Junction City offense as Grobel fouls one off. Count now 1-2. But some run support. Junction City putting up 6 in the top of this frame, and that remains the score at 6-0. Baldwin City obviously a lot of work to do with a reduced amount of innings, with this being a doubleheader in 7 innings as the 1-2 low and in the dirt. Count now 2-2. Grobel's had quite the season.
What can this guy not do?
Yeah, leads the Mid-Plains League in slugging, OPS, as well as home runs.
One notable one is obviously a grand slam.
Yep, had a grand slam last Saturday, which was a go-ahead home run and gave Baldwin City a win over the Midwest A's. He hits one to Kyle Taylor at second base. He throws to first in time. 1 out. And in steps Logan Grow. Grow, another player that's had quite the breakout season for Baldwin City. Both him and Grobel going to Cali Community College in the fall. I guess that would be. As that one hit him, it was a quick, not a quick pitch, but a fast pitch. A quick pitch, I would say, is when the batter's barely in the box and he throws. But it was not a quick pitch. But a lot of zip on that ball as the 1-0 hit to Jackson Summers at first, and the throw not in time. Logan Grow with the infield single, and Baldwin City with their first base runner of the game.
I was talking to Johnson and Howerton before the game, and I will say that they both were talking about the speed that the Blues have and how they're able to, steal so many bases and, accumulate runs that way. Just getting runners in scoring position.
And not so much small balling, but
I'd say a form.
Yeah.
A modified form for sure.
But
you got guys like Quinn Grobel, obviously, that can find yard, and even guys like Colton Howerton that can obviously.
And Grobel even kind of showcased the speed there. He was out by maybe just about half a step.
Yeah. So I think it's things like those that are really worth mentioning for both teams, as obviously you're playing a form of small ball, but with a modified version that includes some power as well.
A ton of speed on Junction City, too. So, a ton of speed by both. The 2-1 fouled off. The count now even at 2-2. Yeah. Just a lot of speed out there. Kind of makes it hard to follow sometimes, but yeah. I don't have quick eyes, so it does not benefit me well. But
I think even the littlest part.
The 2-2?
I think even the littlest part, obviously, is a base hit to right field. Obviously, a runner at first is going to go to third no matter what. It seems like for either team, and then with a throw to third and the speed being safe.
Pitch high for ball 4. Baldwin City with 2 base runners on, and in steps Colton Howerton.
Yeah, obviously with a throw to third to try and get the runner out. Runner out at first is obviously going to advance to second as well. So just little things like that definitely play a big part into these high-scoring teams.
For sure, as Colton Howerton steps in for his first at-bat of the game. The first pitch he sees outside for ball 1. I did not flinch there. That pitch fouled off.
I did not. We are a clean sweep. That's got to be some type of record.
That
We
do
pretty
that quite often. We're really an unflinching crew. With the count 1-1 with 1 out to Colton Howerton, who sees the next pitch on the outer third of the plate, but still a strike, 1-2.
I will say that was probably one of the quicker foul balls or faster.
That's
foul
true.
balls.
Well, no, in this case you can use quicker. Both runners go. Howerton fouls pitch off on the third base side, but out of play. The count remains at 1-2.
Obviously, I kind of like that move by Howerton, though. Obviously, seeing that was a called strike on many batters here early in this game, and even on Howerton. So, just trying to stay alive.
The 1-2 outside, 2-2.
But obviously, just to put a bat on the ball and kind of waste that pitch by Wagner.
Yep. Even though I will say, both grow as the 2-2 is inside, nearly hits Howerton. However, does not, and the count now full. But yeah, Grow and Rockers were nearly at their respective bases.
Right.
But obviously, the payoff pitch, high and outside. The bases are now loaded.
Huge at bat for Howerton there. Obviously, having a 1-2 count and working a walk out of it is, especially when you're down 6-0, is very crucial just to get base runners on. So,
yep.
You can.
Yep.
Drive
We're going to have a mound visit by manager Chandler Bloomer. And with that, we will take a short break and be back whenever that's over. Elijah Kincaid, the next batter up after the mound visit. Bases loaded with 1 out, and the first pitch that Kincaid sees is a foul ball, but in play, caught by Giovanni Toledo. And quickly 2 outs.
Not the most ideal for the Blues, obviously. You want to find something out in the outfield or just something on the ground that you can potentially score on. But
yeah, and it obviously takes away your avenues to score a lot differently as Isaiah Garcia steps up to the plate. Obviously, with 2 outs, as Garcia ropes one foul down the left field line. But now you can't sack fly. You can't, an infield play is probably going to end up being a double play, but, something like that where, maybe if they can get one and you beat the throw out at first, the guy, the guy comes home.
A fielder's choice.
The 0-1, 1-1. But, but like a fielder's choice where, and now you can't do that because any out ends the inning.
Right. And I think Garcia is a guy that definitely could have these little clutch moments. He's had a couple throughout the season that he's able to score a couple of RBIs through.
It's the 1-1 high for 2-1.
I know against the Monarchs at the Blue Valley District Complex, he was able to score a couple runs there.
Yep. And the 2-1 hit into right field, but caught on a run by Cale Ortner. So that'll do it here in the bottom of the second inning. No runs off 1 hit, no errors, 3 left on. Baldwin City strands the bases loaded, and with that, the lead remains at 6. We will come back with the top of the third after the break. Do not go anywhere. Sammy Padilla leads off the top of the third inning for Junction City. A new pitcher for Baldwin City. Caleb Welshire comes in relief to replace Austin Arocha. And the first pitch by Welshire is high for ball one. What's your favorite kind of pizza, Brett? I'm just curious.
I think we've stated this on the broadcast before, and a lot of people are going to hate me for it. Got a little bit of criticism.
Okay. Pineapple's actually your favorite, though?
It really is.
The 2-1 in there?
It's actually, okay. There's a tie.
2-0 in there. 2-1 now.
There's a tie for first, I will say. I mean,
this ball hit in the right in the probably the shallowest part of center field. Nobody able to make the grab. So Padilla on with a leadoff single.
I will say, obviously being from Kansas and growing up in Kansas, barbecue chicken pizza
Barbecue pizza
does not disappoint.
Good. The Minsky's one's really good.
Oh my gosh, isn't that Joe's Pizza?
Well, it's their partnership.
Yeah,
they sell it at Minsky's.
Yeah,
that's still around, right? I haven't had it.
Yeah, I think
I haven't had it this summer. It's always a limited edition thing.
I did have it this summer, and it
maybe on
did
Sunday,
not disappoint.
The Welshire throws it over to try to catch Padilla. However, not exactly definitely not. I'm not sure if it was a throwing error or a fielding error, but it was.
I could not see from over here.
Grobel was not able to handle it cleanly, and with that, Padilla showcasing his speed gets to second base. Speaking of barbecue, as the 0-1 fouled off, do you smell that?
I do smell that. It does smell very nice.
It smells, but it smells very good.
I haven't ate much today, and might have to go check out where that's coming from.
All I had to eat today was a Long John.
Oh,
yeah.
From Quick Trip?
No.
Oh.
From Mr. D's. It's in the Lenexa Public Market.
That market's pretty nice, though.
It is.
I do love it.
A lot of fun spots there. The 0-2 hits Ortner. So just when Welshire thought he had him right where he wanted, it ends up kind of the opposite. Junction City with runners on first and second, and nobody out.
Another opportunity, Joe.
For a triple play?
Yep.
Possibly. Perhaps.
Maybe the one time I don't say it's a great opportunity.
Yeah, I feel like you're just going to keep saying it. It's just never going to happen.
I feel like manifesting could be a way to go about it. Speaking it into existence.
I feel like that doesn't actually work, though. The the first pitch that Jackson Summers sees is above the glove of Elijah Kincaid, and both Padilla and Ortner advance to second and third. So Junction City back where they were in the top of the second inning with runners on second and third, nobody out. 1-0. Hit to Maverick Rockers at second, who charges it to throw over to first in time. However, Padilla scores from third. Ortner takes his place. Junction City with the lead now at 7. Runner on third with one out. And they loop up to the top of the order again with Kyrell Taylor. First pitch that Taylor sees, a strike. Taylor, a native of Junction City. Played his sophomore season at McPherson College in the spring, where he hit .438 in 31 games. That's quite the average, especially for the NAI, as the 1-1 hit to Rockers again, and the same result. The throw in time, but scores a run from third. They score now 8-0. But bases clear, the opposite of loaded, clear with 2 outs.
The center
Rockers has been a pretty solid guy today at second base. He's had 4 plays for an opportunity of an out and made all 4. So, solid job.
Yep, as first pitch to Ian Luce is in there for called strike 1. Luce is looking for his hit. First hit of the day. He's currently 0 for 1. And the count was 0-1. It is now 0-2 after the 0-1 was fouled off down the left field line.
Wilshire does have a pretty firm four-seam fastball, but he does like to mix in a little bit of a curveball that looks deceiving.
The 0-2 hit into center field. Nobody able to catch that one. So Ian Luce with a 2-out single. And in steps David Simmons.
The third baseman, number 18, David Simmons.
Simmons is 2 for 2 in this game. Both singles. Both hit the left field. As the 1-0 is, or the 0-0 is high, the throw to second to try to catch Luce is offline, so he easily takes third. And just like that, first to third with Junction City displaying some of that speed, and Simmons reaches first safely. It is realistically another run as the 1-0 is low outside. Count now at 2-0.
Unless it's a walk.
Well, that's true. I guess I meant like reaches base. Puts the ball in play
Puts
and
the ball
reaches
in play.
base safely. Yeah.
There you go.
The 2-0 in there for 2-1. The 2-1 hit to center field. Isaiah Garcia giving chase. And he makes an over the shoulder grab. That'll do it here in the top of the third. 2 runs off 3 hits. 2 runs off 2 hits, 2 errors, 1 left on. Junction City extends their lead to 8, and with that, we will return with the bottom of the third. Tyler Tamez leads off the bottom of the third inning. Baldwin City in quite the hole early. The visiting Junction City Brigade lead 8-0, and they have a new pitcher out on the mound. As the first pitch that Tamez sees is hit to Sammy Padilla in left field, who makes the catch one away quickly. The new pitcher is Trevor Laughlin,
The left fielder, number 3, Brennan Johnson.
Laughlin, another Junction City native. It's the first pitch that Brennan Johnson sees is in there for strike one. And this one hit deep into right field. Kayla Ortner giving chase, and he makes the catch at the wall. So
Great grab.
yeah, great grab, and just like the last time, Johnson hits it to right, and a nice defensive play by Kayla Ortner. And
I know you're going to hate this, but the launch angle's there, Joe.
I want you to know.
The launch angle was there. Just needs a little more oomph or a little bit
Go
better
try to ruin another sport with your analytics.
or a little.
The first pitch that Kata Adams sees, swing and a miss for strike one.
And that was a great. That's
The
back-to-back
same result, 0-2.
breaking balls that have been almost textbook for Laughlin.
Yeah, almost the same exact location. The 0-2 hit into center field, but right to the glove of Ian Luce. So that'll do it here in the bottom of the third. No runs off, no hits, no errors, none left on. Junction City keeps their 8-0 lead, and we will come back after the break with the top of the fourth inning. Giovanni Toledo leads off the top of the fourth inning. Junction City Brigade leading 8-0. And it's a new pitcher for Baldwin City. It is Hudson Ivy coming in relief of Caleb Welsh here. And I think we'll probably see a little bit of this happening as the first pitch by Hudson Ivy outside for ball one, but like a little bit of maybe possibly from both teams, where you saw that as the 1-0 is hit and into the glove of Elijah Kincaid, up close and personal to the camera, kind of. He was right about the closest that he could get to the fence here in front of us without touching it.
Usually you got to pay extra for that, but no.
The designated hitter, number 32.
We gave you that for free here on the Sunflower Network.
Andy Pacheco, the next batter up. So, yeah, but the strategy may be pitching-wise to just, give each pitcher a couple innings This is Junction City's last regular season game. Baldwin City with one more. They play on Sunday at 4 p.m. in Topeka against the Topeka Warhawks. That was a makeup from Tuesday's game as the 0-1 outside for 1-1. However, these games, as far as the standings go, are effectively meaningless. The order, the playoff matchups have already been set. Junction City will take on the... Junction City has clinched the top seed. The 1-1 hit into the fence. It's now 1-2. Let the count now 1-2. But Junction City clinched the top seed. They will take on the 4th-seeded Midwest A's, and Baldwin City has the 3 seed. They will play against the Topeka Warhawks in the first round, who has the 2nd seed. The 1-2 chopped foul remains 1-2, and those games will start next week, either Monday or Tuesday. We're still trying to figure that out in due time. There will be a game on Tuesday no matter what, though. That is the 1-1 down low for, excuse me, the 1-2, now 2-2. I got there eventually. The 2-2 hit on a rope and into left field. Andy Pacheco on with the 1-out single.
Joe, I don't want to be that guy, but this is not the Brigade's last game.
Today, they have their last game.
The catcher, number
This
2,
is not their last game.
Becker.
Just thought I'd point that out.
Man,
No, for all the little jokes that you give me,
I'm going to put you into a mental spiral in about 5 seconds.
Uh-oh.
Starting with Zach Becker, as the first pitch Becker sees is low in for ball 1. What are you doing, kid? I'm going to ask you a question. I want you to put your phone away for it, so I know you're not cheating.
Okay.
As that pitch low for ball 2. So Becker just finished up his sophomore year at Coffeyville Community College.
Oh, yeah.
And he named the mascot for Coffeyville.
You know, I've thought really long and hard about this.
And by that, you mean you tried to Google it.
I did try and Google it. I'm not going to lie. I won't lie to the viewers.
The 2-0, low, ball 3.
But, I think it's similar to an Olathe team. Am I correct?
Yeah, that narrows it down.
Well, there is 6, so...
There's actually 5.
Okay.
3-0. And then for 3-1.
So there's 5, right? So it's got to be one of the 5. It's a bird, obviously, given that Olathe schools have birds as their mascots, right?
Just take your guess.
I'd love to beat around the bush because I think...
The 3-1. Swung on and missed. And Pacheco stole second successfully. So
That was close
Junction
play.
City with a runner in scoring position. Once again.
I want to say the Ravens.
Now 3-1. 3-2. What kind of Ravens?
Well, obviously, given that coffee is red, would probably say the Red Ravens.
They are the Red Ravens. The 3-2 swung on and missed. And I believe that is the first. That might be the first strikeout of the game.
It definitely is.
Like for either team.
Yes. Which is crazy to
That
think
is
that
true,
we are
right,
in
yeah.
the 4th inning, and obviously, given that all the
And
pitchers
I
are
think-
pretty fresh.
I think there's really only been like one walk or a couple walks by Junction City, and I think a hit by pitch and a walk on the side of Junction City or Baldwin City pitching. So yeah, other than that, just 5 batters where the ball has not been put in play.
in 4 innings.
That's true. As the first pitch that
You
Sam
don't-
Padilla sees.
You definitely
is
don't see that very
1-2
often
ball.
in the Mid-Plains League, for sure.
No, not often. I would say a lot of pitch-to-contact pitchers, but not maybe to this degree.
Right.
As this one hits Cade Adams at third base. The throw over to first is over the glove of Quinn Grobel. So an E5 means that Andy Pacheco comes home. And Padilla replaces him at second base. The score now 9-0 in favor of Junction City. Cale Ortner steps up. 2 outs. Runner on second. And the first pitch that Cale Ortner sees is outside for ball 1. Junction City, after the first inning, has scored every inning. They scored as the 1-0 is in there. Count now 1-1. So Junction City scored 6 in the second, 2 in the third. They've now scored 1 in the fourth. And they're looking to tack on more. As Ivy starts to go, but steps off to try and maybe catch Padilla at second base, but there wasn't even a throw it down that way. And now he goes home, and it's fouled off into the fence. Count now 1-2.
I would like to point out that Padilla, I think he has, like, work gloves. I see a lot of Bolt, batting gloves, but I think those are actually, like, working out in the yard.
Yeah. I think they might be. That actually is a callback, as the 1-2 is inside. The count now at 2-2 with 2 outs. We're on second. We're in the fourth inning. The square root of 4 is 2. But Trevor McCracken, who played for Baldwin City in 2021, wore gardening gloves.
It's a smart move.
As the 2-2 just inside, the count now full, and there was a player, I believe, in the Little League World Series a couple of years ago that did the same thing.
I can't recall the name, but yeah, I do remember that.
I can't either, but the count is full.
Yeah, I was looking for 2 at bats now, whether they were the Bolt.
And the payoff pitch fouled off. I think they might be, and they're definitely not anything where you can't, like if you were to do like an oven mitt, obviously you couldn't handle a bat very well, but
and if you have pine tar on your bat, obviously with these wood bats,
it's true. The payoff pitch hit into left field. Brennan Johnson tries to lay out to make the grab, but cannot, and with that, Sam Padilla will score from second base. Ortner held up at first. Junction City, their lead now double digits. It is 10-0. First pitch that Jackson Summer sees is hit to Logan Groh at short, who makes the flip over to Maverick Rockers at second base. That'll do it here in the top of the fourth inning, but not before Junction City adds on 2 more. They now lead 10-0 in the middle of the fourth inning. With that, we will take a break with the bottom of the fourth inning. Quinn Gribble leads off the bottom of the 4th inning, and the first pitch he sees is hit to left field into the glove of Sam Padilla. So just one out. It is Trevor Laughlin again, and I'm seeing the videos freezing up, so we will work on
11, Logan
getting that back to you all. Okay, it's back. Video's back. The first pitch, Logan Grossi's hit to the glove of David Simmons. The throw over to first is in time. Those Maverick Rockers
number 31, Maverick Rockers.
stepping in with 2 outs. And the first pitch he sees is high for ball 1. Rockers, a native of nearby Lewisburg. The 1-0, now 1-1.
Ever been to the Lewisburg cider mill?
I actually have not. I might have as a youth, but as far as recent memory, no, I have not. But
I do love it.
I think they have like root beer candies. Is the 2-1
The
outside?
donuts are
3-1?
their pride and joy for sure.
Yeah.
I guess obviously there's cider as well, but I do love their donuts.
They're I feel like they have root beer candies, and they're very good.
I think they do.
I'm a big fan of any kind of root beer candies, though. The 3-1 high for ball 4. Maverick Rockers works his second walk of the game.
How about the have you ever tried the like gel? They're almost like pixie sticks, but they're gels.
I'm not sure I would like that. That kind of scares me.
Right?
Food in gelatinous form kind of makes me a little uneasy.
How do you feel about the fruit? Like they're kind of like Pop-Tarts, except only fruit, and they're like gel. You know, picking up what I'm putting down.
Well, sort of.
Like fruit bars, right?
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out how that relates to Pop-Tarts.
Oh, I just like the shape.
Okay.
Yeah.
So a rectangle.
Yeah, but like
Count 0-1 to Colton Howerton. Make that 1-1. Yeah, I kind of understand. I don't think I might have seen these. Maybe.
I had them when I was little, but and I loved them when I was little, but
1-1. Catch the
speaking of Pop-Tarts, how do you feel about Nutri-Grain? Or
I
those
love
ones?
Nutri-Grain bars. I used to eat those like 4 or 5 at a time.
What was your favorite flavor?
Ooh, probably green apple, which is funny.
That's what I do.
As the 1 and 2 is high for 2 and 2, which is funny because I don't really like green apples regularly. I also like the strawberry ones. And next time I'm at the store, I might go get those again.
Strawberry ones are pretty good. They're an OG. You can't disappoint.
Underrated food is the 2-2 is hit into left field, and Padilla makes the grab. That'll do it here in the bottom of the 4th inning. It runs off, no hits, no errors, 1 left on. Junction City still leads 10-0, and with that we will come back with the top of the 5th after the break. Kyle Taylor leads off the top of the 5th inning. He fouls the 1-0 pitch off the count. Now 1-1. New pitcher for Baldwin City, it is Tyson Grammer. And the 1-1 hit to Logan Groh at short. The throw over to first is in time. One away in the top of the 5th. And in steps Ian Luce. This is the top of the order, actually, for
the center fielder, number 10, Ian Luce.
For Junction City. Ian Luce is not, Carol Taylor is, but they started the inning off with the top of their order. As Ian Luce sees the first pitch outside for ball 1. Junction City leads 10-0. Can you look around and find me another 10, Brett? The 1-0 roped foul. Now 1-1.
I was trying to look at any of our advertisements that are out there. Oh.
Yeah. What?
Never mind.
What? The 1-1 hit into the air. Colton Howerton running up to get it, calls off Maverick Rockers and makes the grab. 2 away.
It's a huge thing to have there, though.
But the 10 I was seeing was Ian Luce's jersey number.
Oh, I thought you had already said that.
No, I said 10-0 was the score.
Oh. Then, yeah, I would have said Ian Luce's
the third baseman,
number. But I would like to point out the communication by Rockers and Howerton on how obviously Rockers was getting under it, but a good call off by Howerton, which is key to, any level of baseball. But I think it just shows how trusting they are of each other.
Yeah, the 1-1, the 0-1 to David Simmons fouled off at a play. Make that 0-2. So Simmons down to his last strike, could be his last opportunity to bat. The 0-2 breaking ball alone outside. So the count now 1-2.
Simmons, is he 3 for 3 today?
I believe he is. 2 for 3.
2 for 3.
Oh, I believe reached on an error. Was that one of them?
Oh, okay.
The 1-2 hit to center field. Maverick Rockers looked like he was about to make a play on it, however, could not get there. The count now 0-0. Runner on first for Junction City.
The first baseman, number 31.
And the new batter, Giovanni Toledo. The first pitch Toledo sees is into shallow right field. Colton Howerton laying out to get it. He cannot get there. David Simmons already into third, so Junction City with runners at the corners, and all of this has happened with 2 outs.
Junction City has shown that they have been all too dominant with 2 outs. Obviously showing that they had scored 6 in the
designated hitter, number 32.
I believe four of those were scored.
4 of those were scored with 2 outs.
I think 2 of those were scored with 2 outs.
I believe it was.
I think it was 2 were scored. It was 4-0, and then they scored 2 more.
Oh, that is right.
The first pitch
yes.
that Andy Pacheco sees is called strike 1. The next outside the count now 1-1.
But yeah, obviously they show that they don't stop until the opposing team makes them and makes a play and is able to get the 3rd out.
It's true, as the 1-2 swung on and missed. Excuse me. The 1-1 swung on and missed. The count now 1-2. And the 1-2 low and in the dirt, but well blocked by Elijah Kincaid. Count now even at 2-2 with 2 outs and runners on first and third.
Every base but
2-2.
second.
That's what, yeah, that was the next thing I was going to say, actually.
Mm.
You read my mind. But
What
the count
can I
now
say?
full and not as many twos. Still a lot of them as runner goes. The 3-2 hit into left field. Brennan Johnson giving chase, and it one hops the fence, so that's a...
It's going to be a home
Oh,
run,
right.
actually.
Called it a home run.
I did see Brennan Johnson look back.
Yep, I
And-
thought I saw it one hop the fence, but maybe
I think it bounced over.
my depth perception is terrible. So.
Yeah, I think it did, actually.
Okay, so a 3-run shot by Andy Pacheco, and Junction City extends their lead to 13.
I will say that launch angle was pretty high.
Yeah, you know what? If you hit it hard enough, the launch angle doesn't matter.
No batting.
I mean, if you do hit it
Because
on...
if you hit it through the fence, I think that's also a home run.
I-
It should be, at least.
I mean, if
you got it past the fence in the air.
but is it over the yellow?
Sees.
That's the crucial point there.
But I think if you get it past the fence, Zach Becker hits one into left field, right into the glove of Brennan Johnson,
We'll continue this conversation in the next half inning.
and that'll do it here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Junction City plates 3, the top of the 5th inning. Junction City plates 3, all with 2 outs off the home run by Andy Pacheco. Junction City leads 13-0, and Baldwin City with one more chance to try to score some runs and avoid the spread. They will need at least 4, and that'll come after the break. Elijah Kincaid leads off the bottom of the 5th inning. The count is 1-2 to him. Make that 1-3. Elijah Kincaid sat down on strikes. First strikeout of the game for Trevor Laughlin. First strikeout of the game for Junction City. And in steps Isaiah Garcia.
Maybe the second one will go longer.
Well, the pizza's going to be cold.
As the
Take it dry out of the refrigerator.
Yeah.
first pitch that Garcia sees, a ball. But this one roped into right field. Isaiah Garcia with the 1-out single. And Baldwin City with a base runner.
Yeah. Hopefully they can stack on a couple runs here and stay alive, for sure.
As Tyler Tamez loops. So Baldwin City loops to the top of the order. It is Tyler Tamez. Tamez 0 for 2 so far in this game, looking for his first hit. As the first pitch that he sees, low for ball 1. The 1-0 in there for a called strike 1. A 1-1 big cut by Tamez. Count now 1-2. So it's been a relatively quick game so far, especially when you factor in that 13 runs have been scored.
Yeah, for sure.
But Junction City pretty efficient with their base runners, not stranding very many as the 1-2 up near Tamez's head. Turns away though, and the count moves even at 2-2. And then Baldwin City really just hasn't had many base runners, period. Outside of that second inning, I think we've had 4 as Tamez chased at an outside breaking ball. Laughlin with his second strikeout of the game. And Baldwin City down to their last out.
And that's actually the third strikeout of the game. Second
Period,
one for
yeah.
the Blues.
Or, well, second one for Junction City.
Or, I guess, yeah, for Junction City.
That's the first pitch that Brennan Johnson sees outside for ball 1. Johnson 0 for 2, but 2 well-hit balls to right field and 2 well-caught pitches by, or 2 well-caught fly balls by Cale Ortner. And so the 2-0, but this one hit up and out of play. Count now 2-1. Two and one, roped foul and just foul. That was, I think,
strike in a hurry.
Yeah, maybe a baseball. Just, I think there might have been, yeah. With the count now 2-2 to Johnson, and that pitch outside, so the count now full.
I wonder if Toledo could, like, hear that foul ball just flying
like
past
whiz,
them.
Yeah. He might have. But the payoff pitch swung on and fouled.
You can tell that Johnson really wanted that one.
Well, I think it might have hit off him, too. Yep, hit off his ankle.
It's a little of both.
Well, yeah, maybe just.
But maybe more of
feeling
getting
the pain of a
hit.
baseball hitting his leg.
You know what my dad always told me? Rub some dirt on it. It'll be all right.
Have you ever tried that? 'Cause
Rub some dirt on it?
yeah. I feel like that just makes you dirtier.
I mean, yeah. But I think it also, like... I mean, maybe stops the bleeding. I'm not any
I don't know.
doctor or anything, but... I mean, it could dry up.
Payoff pitch hit into center field. Nope. Make that left field. And Sammy Padilla makes the grab. So that'll do it here in the game 1 of the doubleheader. Junction City with the spread. They win 13-0 in 5 innings. And obviously that'll do it for the first game. We will take a short break and be back with game 2. We will end this stream. And start a new one also on this channel. So stay tuned. Hop over to the game 2 stream And we'll start that in probably about roughly 30 minutes. Thank you for watching.